G'day guys, back with another few games for you to mull over the decisions and listen to what I've got to talk about. I'm just going to go through some, if you haven't watched any of these videos before, I'm just going to go through some of my online Scrabble games, talk about the decisions that I make and why and how basically, yeah, and how you can use that in your own game. So yeah, I'm just going to go straight into it. As you'll remember, if you've been watching this game, I'd actually made an error here where I played Baji on the previous turn, where I should have actually played its anagram, hijab, H-I-J-I-B. As you can see, my opponent still managed to use that anyway. It didn't really score them any points, but it scored me a few less points. So yeah, I did make an error in that, and that's something I'm going to try not to do next time. As far as my rack goes, okay, so there's not an immediate bonus here at all. I can't. There might be something fancy that I can't sort of think of at the moment. So there's a few options. One's try and just balance, and so the best balancing leave on this rack would be like net or cent, keeping and trying to get rid of these letters. That's not really going to score very much just because of the way that the board is. There's still this enjoy hook here, so I kind of want to play more aggressively, like play out more tiles, just so I can get some of them, just to give myself a better chance at getting them. I like options like playing a settle down here, but it does leave me with two ends, and I kind of want to do that. So what I might do is play canny. If I could play like something along those lines, then yeah, that would be great, because then I'm getting a lot of points and balancing my rack. If I could end something in a T here, Yelt, for example, or even not playing the E off, that would be great, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to quite fit. So yeah, this is a good example of a rack where it's these kind of racks that are basically the difference between very, very high ranked players and, say, in the top 2000s and lower ranked players, is that the high ranked players know how to deal with a rack like this quickly. Basically, but as you can tell, there's a lot of different ways to deal with this kind of rack. I am going to play canny here. Canny let. Now what that does is it takes this double spot away. This spot is still open for a bonus. My opponent can't really block here unless they take this E spot, so I'm setting myself up for a good reply bonus. Now I'm only a little bit behind, but as you can see from my scores, I actually haven't bonused in the game yet. So yeah, well, we'll go ahead and play. Okay, lithest. Okay, this is probably growling at me because I didn't play the 24 points. That's all right. I'm not going to listen to them. So lithest will go here. Good. Do I have any spots to play? Other spots? So I'm hoping. Yeah, I don't have anywhere else to play at the moment. Oh, I have here. That's right. So my opponent would have to block in this line. They'd actually have to get a bonus themselves, and yeah, things like that. I can't. You've got words like shtetl, which could come off here. That will score quite highly, and it's not a terrible move. But ideally, I'm going to bonus next turn. I can't think of any like an M for Melkiths. This one. And I believe that's just a singular as well. Yep. Can't quite. Yeah. Like ideally, I'd get like it on the triple or play off the S here. Not quite the letters that I need. Yep. But we'll see how we go next turn. There's quite a few things. Next ones. Okay, so I'm ahead by a little bit. Board's very closed. Okay, so this is an example of where you're going to play. You're going to want to play a combination that isn't exactly. It doesn't. Like, usually we're working for the best balance that's on the rack, right? Best balance with best score. We're not going to play that this turn because the board is blocked and we're ahead. So my opponent would have to have very specific tiles here. You know what? I might go for Umiak. I might try and pick Umiak. And now if I can play off as many letters as possible, pick an I and an A. There's a few left, you know, just having a look. There might not be many A's actually. Let's just have a quick look. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's kind of a pipe dream. But the board's really blocked anyway. So I want to basically score as many points on this turn. I'm a little loath to throw out both O's. If I could somehow get rid of 4 of these. See, even keeping the X might be a good strategy. Can I play anything there? I've got quite a few little options here. So yeah, you wouldn't usually play. Yeah, you wouldn't usually play off the X, but how about no, I can't play the X here. It's unfortunate. Ordo. No. Wow. Yeah. So another difficult move. Yeah, like you see, I've got quite a few good little tiles. I don't want to play Detox here. Unless all the A's and the O's were gone, and the A's were gone. It's not a great move because of that. But what I will play instead, I'm going to play my X off. You might think, oh, but you can get great score here. Not really. I needed like an XI or an XU or things here that aren't actually going to... They're just not working. So I'm going to be... I'm happy with that. And it actually sets me up for a play next turn where I can play Detox. So I'm setting myself up. How many D? So Detox and Retox are correct. Yeah. So I picked. Actually, I ended up, despite what I said to begin with, I've actually picked one of the highest scoring and most balancing things just by default. Just by going through and working out that it was the best move anyway. Yeah, so we'll see how we go on this turn. I'm ahead by quite a lot, and it's going to take a little desperation from my opponent to do that. I think playing here was a bit of a mistake on their part, but I think they just wanted to catch up. Basically, they obviously they were looking for points. Now, what would I do? I would probably have played here, just to open the board, or just HEY here. That's fine. It doesn't close the board. Look, the board's closed here anyway, and it's closed because I intended for it to be closed. Yes. That would have been a much better play. YAZ. Now I don't know what they've got on their rack, and they might have absolute garbage. But you know. Yeah, it's those little things that can win you in a game. All right, going on to the next game. Oh, good. I stuck myself with a... Now, I feel that I didn't play this endgame correctly, but I didn't really care because I was ahead by so much. So, I stuck myself with a V. No, I thought I'd stuck myself with a V. What I didn't do was make sure that I had 2 spots. So you can go back and have a look. Maybe there was another spot that I didn't quite see, and things. Oh yeah, by the way, if you do play Scrabble online, basically with other people, I just play whoever finished the game goes first next game. That means that I get quite a few more starts in this than I do in real life, but if you, it would be nice if it randomizes start. I'm not gonna, you know, pass, because passing can be a tactical thing. But yeah, you do it how you want. Right, I'm looking at Juves. I'm trying to think of... So, okay, I either play Juves or I play a bonus. I don't think there's any bonus there, so I'm just going to go ahead and play that. It's quite an... So that's a very easy rack. N blank. I think... Is this right? No. These words, these new ones, I'm not always sure which ones are correct. So okay, that's the one that isn't. Was it wazing? Is it that one? Yeah. So with an A. Not always sure which of the words are. When you don't know the meanings, it sometimes helps. So I actually have a very easy move next turn if I can't think of a bonus, and that's just to play the was here for like 40. Easy, an easy 40, and it's a great move for me because it opens up a bonus line. It's not too much of a terrible hotspot here, and there's no hook, so my opponent can't wreck the spot. It sets another spot up here, and you can't use the Z ever. You'll never, well, you can use it for 15 or something. But some of the things with playing the Z is that you usually leave it for your opponent to use. Alright, next game. I'm behind by a lot. Whew. Do I have a bonus? I don't think I've got a bonus. Where's isosceles? I don't think there's a bonus here. Coiliest. Coiliest. Would that be right? I need a T. Oops. Wasn't what I wanted. No. Alright, chili. I don't really like... So, there's a cool little word, chili-oi. Chili-oi. There you go. Did I take that out? Okay. Alright, there used to be a word that was very similar to that. I'll have to look that up, because that was definitely in my head, which is always bad. It's always bad when a word's in your head and it doesn't actually exist. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to play chili. I don't really like playing this, and the reason is that I'd leave myself with an imbalance on my rack. Ideally I'd play off the O, but the O is not going to score me any points. Oleic, solid, like an I, so common suffix, IC. Can't think of common prefix, ISO. So there's almost something going on here. Well, we'll just have to. I could play hilly. That's a difficult move to make. But I need to keep the board open. Okay, I'm going to play the chili now. Even though, does that take an S? Okay, it doesn't take an S, so I'm not blocking that spot. So okay, I'm happy with how this is going to turn out. If it did take an S and I'm behind, that's quite a poor move. But because it doesn't take an S, I'm going to be happy with it. Opens up another spot. Okay, he's growling at me, which probably means I missed something. Let's have a quick look in Zizivar. Go away. Ads. Alright. So people use Zizivar for their own reasons. I use it just to check my so what was it? C-I-L-I. Maybe I didn't miss anything. Isocline, Logicize, Policies, Silicon. There wasn't anything to play through. Yeah, okay. It's probably growling at me because I didn't burn my ass for no reason. And score slightly more than 30. Yeah, I would have to take me a long time just to work out what it wanted me to play. Lukai, no. I don't know. Alright, let's go to the next game. Oh. Bonuses. Bonus through the O, almost. Do I have a bonus through the A? I've definitely got a bonus through an I, but I know, so bonuses through an I would be Venturis and Unrivets. This one. Jeez. Through the A. Thought it looks like something should go through the A, doesn't it? Alright, I don't think. Unva. No. See, I'd know this word. I'd know this word. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything there. Okay. Ideally, I'm going to get rid of the V and the U in this turn. Venue. But it would have to be like. That would have to be the move, you know. And there's nothing there, so all right. At this stage, if I was to burn an S to get a really high score, it would be considered a good move. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll burn an S. Oh, I can't. That sucks. All right, back to square one. I probably did a an unorthodox move in the last turn because I kept Rent playing T-A-Y. I'd love an E for Ventures. Did I? So that's the word that I'd love to play. Subvert would be good. I don't have a subvert. Yeah, see, I'd know these words. Yeah. Alright. So this is an uninspiring rack. Do I just dump a V? So I can dump a V, or I can play off it for nothing. I can't play it off for nothing. like to take this hotspot. All right, we're gonna have to take the hotspot. Yep. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Happy face, which means it was the high scoring move. It's a little dangerous because of the E hook, EVET. But this board is dangerous. This board's got danger written all over it. Ooh. I've almost got out hires here. That would be cool. This would. That is what I was looking at. Unfortunately, not quite. HYRE, yeah. Yeah. That's. Oh, there's a Uriner Henry. I've got a Henry here. Uriner, this one. Uriner. Reminds me of the word hryvnia, which is Ukrainian currency. Hryvnia. I think that's the spelling. Oops. Is that right? Yep. And is it that one? Yes. Okay. HRYV and E. HRYV, and then it's got variance. Yeah. Okay. That wasn't a great pick. We'll see what happens next turn. Well, so far we've got 0 bonuses out of 6 moves. My average, on average, I would get 2.5 bonuses a game. So that is once every. I think it's like once every 6. Yeah, once every 6 turns is what I should get. Okay, so this takes an O and an. It's a weird move. Okay, I've got a lot of options on this move. So if you watch the other video, I ummed and ahed about playing the SHH here, and I was happy with the move in the end, and it did pay off. Can't quite play the J in the spot like playing a Tinaja, for example, would be amazing, but not quite. Now, the question is, do I play Jot or Jota? This is another one of those hard options. 43 points versus 32. That's a lot of points for an A. Yep. Now, the reason I like this move is it also blocks this spot here. Yeah. Oops. It scores slightly more than over here. Yeah. I'm happy with the move. Look, my opponent could bonus here. That's alright. Terming. So I picked some nice letters. G, M, I, E. And that's pretty much as good as you can ever hope for. I then have this hook. There's this hook, that the O and the S. And there's this hook that takes this wasn't added, was it? It is. Ooh. Okay. I want an A for immigrant. Let's see, I'm ahead by a lot. Wow. Okay. I think is this good as well? Cardi. Yeah. So I've got a really volatile rack next turn, but it's blockable. Like my opponent could play in here, and then I'm stuffed. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, that's it for this round of Scrabble games. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks, bye.